Coming up on Mountain News this morning, folks in Russell County are still trying to piece together what happened the night a sheriff's deputy was killed. And in eastern Kentucky, one county is helping set up a support group that would help parents with an unimaginable loss.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. We're coming up on 5 o'clock this Wednesday morning. We are going to get you a check of your weather in just a little bit. Let's get started with some news. There are still a lot of questions surrounding what led up to the violence that ended with the death of Russell County Sheriff's Deputy Josh Phipps. One woman says she came home to a dead man inside her home and her trailer in horrible shape. Other people in Russell Springs say the chaos ensued at the nearby park led them to fear the violence spread from that trailer park. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has the latest from Russell County.
Just come home to a disaster.
Rita Campbell is thankful she was not home when gunfire erupted at her trailer park Monday evening, and she could not believe what became of her home or what or who she found inside.
A guy shot a cop, and the guy come and run into my camper, and that's where his life ended.
Campbell says her home's windows were busted out and bullet holes were in the trees outside. She says police were everywhere, and there was a dead man inside her home.
Apparently got him when he hit the hall and the bedroom, because that's mainly where most of the blood is.
Well, Campbell questions how she's going to clean up and repair her home. Parents at a nearby park are asking why the violence at the trailer park turned into a call of an active shooter there.
When we finally did reach the dugout, there was actually parents had put the children underneath the bench in the dugout, and they were laying on top of our kids, keeping them safe.
It was chaotic at first. I mean, obviously everyone was scared. There was kids running, trying to find parents. I saw a small community pulled together to protect everybody's children, not just their own.
That was Phil Pendleton reporting. People who live in the trailer park say they still do not know why police were looking for the man that started the situation on Monday. Condolences are pouring in for Joshua Phipps' family after he was killed in the line of duty Sunday. Here is what Senator Rick Girdler had to say. I am deeply saddened to offer my heartfelt condolences to the family and friends and colleagues of Sheriff's Deputy Joshua Phipps, who tragically gave his life in the line of duty. I urge everyone to keep Deputy Phipps' family, the Russell County Sheriff's Office, and all law enforcement officers in their thoughts and prayers. The search for Joseph Couch is in a new phase. More than 1 week after police say he shot 5 people along I-75 in Laurel County, there is still no sign of him. As a result, officials announced they are shifting the search and allocating resources to have more of a presence in the community. London Police Assistant Chief Major Bobby Day says they have added extra patrols to schools, daycares, and more.
In addition to the schools, we're also doing everything we can to provide extra patrol at daycares, hospitals, residences, businesses. You got a business, you got a residence, you want some extra patrol, you can call us, London Police Department, you can call the state police, you can call the sheriff's office. We'd be more than happy to come out and do that.
Day says they are still urging people to call in with any tips. He says they will still have crews searching the Daniel Boone National Forest, but on a smaller scale. After spending last week and Monday away from school property, students in Laurel County were back in the classroom yesterday. In a post on Facebook, administrators with Laurel County Schools said there would be an increased presence of law enforcement patrolling along the most rural bus routes. The post also said there would be increased law enforcement patrols during after-school events. The Pike County Health Department is working with Bluegrass Healthcare Navigators Area Hospital and more for a program devoted to strengthening support for families dealing with the loss of a child. WYMT's Buddy Forbes shares the story behind Willow's friends.
The death of 5-month-old Willow Davis sent her family on a journey they never expected.
It's just not a natural thing for parents to plan the funeral and burial of their child. So Willow's Friends provides resources and guidance through that process.
Using the pain and tragedy of her sudden, unexpected infant death to create a community for other families who find themselves trying to navigate the same impossible loss.
So that families who have suffered the loss of a child have those immediate resources available to them.
The Infant and Child Loss Support Group, Willow's Friends, invites families who have experienced the loss of a child of any age to a space where they are understood, providing resources to make sure they know where to turn if they are looking for connections or conversations.
We'll mail them a packet and they can look at the resources, maybe join virtually if they don't want to attend in person. So we try to offer as many avenues to the resource of Willow's Friends Support Group as we can.
Public Health Director Tammy Riley says it is a partnership between many agencies, supplying families with resource packets and more, hoping to fill the gaps.
So it's a collaboration between many organizations and agencies to ensure that our reach gets to the appropriate audience.
The group has grown since its initial meeting and now serves as a monthly legacy for the little girl whose name it holds.
One of the main goals of Willow's Friends is to allow others to find a safe space to share their grief, to connect with others who've had similar loss, and to find solace.
Reminding families they are not alone by gathering together under the willow. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The meetings are hosted at 6 in the evening on the third Tuesday of every month at the Pike County Health Department. You can contact the Health Department for a resource packet or more information. Later today, Governor Andy Beshear is expected to sign an executive order to ban conversion therapy in Kentucky. Conversion therapy is counseling that tries to change a person's sexual orientation or gender identity. Pikeville native Kyle May owns a counseling center that specializes in services for LGBTQ+ people and says the ban will offer more protection for the community.
I've also been able to hear and see what can happen when people are trying to convert someone from being their true selves. It can be harmful, and I'm really grateful that Governor Andy Beshear recognizes that and is trying to protect our community and our youth.
May says conversion therapy can cause further trauma for patients and goes against the code of ethics for treatment providers. There have been efforts in the legislature to make it illegal statewide in recent years, but nothing has passed. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. When we return, procrastinating building planes. That's what Boeing seems to be doing as workers begin to bargain for a new contract.